pass in there.
Alright, so what we got here is
Bill munching down on a donut.
There's Bill munching on a donut. There's Kayla.
It's a cinnamon twist.
What we're doing is we're going to go over, we're going to investigate this abandoned sawmill. This is the lake where they put all the logs in. It's a nice sunny day.
Still kind of chilly.
Bill, so we have no reports on anything, any ghost activity or nothing, but we're crazy. We're going to check it out.
This should be a breeze.
Should be.
So, let's get a little more history on this area. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about the lake, the sawmill, the history of this locale. Give us a feel of what we're really looking at.
This entire area used to be a giant sawmill because this whole region was based off of lumber. The lake over here is where they would store all the logs. The sawmill, which we're going to right around over here to the corner, this is the old fuel bunker.
So was this always a lake, or was this just like a lumber depot that they later converted into a lake?
This was a lake that they converted into a lumber depot. And here you got the first sightings of the abandoned fuel bunker. And we're going to go in, we're going to take a look. We've got minimal equipment on this one because it is middle of the day. It's 4th of July weekend. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Over here we've got some where they pull the logs up out of the water here. And probably also drop them.
So they'd float the logs right into this little channel here.
Yep.
And then they'd pick them up and load them.
And load them.
Truck or something.
Railway. And this area, path that we're on right now, used to be a railway. Out in the lake there, you can see metal pylons and canoers. So over here you've got ruins. The old fuel bunker. So we'll be back in a second. A lot of street art and graffiti.
That's cute.
Elmer Fudd.
That's fair. I love my sugar tits. Hey, how are ya?
So Bill, initial thoughts?
It's kind of cool.
I like the artwork. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of neat.
It's almost like You almost feel like you've just been transported to like another realm, another, I don't know, like a
This is
bombed out building from World War II or something like that, you know?
This is really cool.
Only adding a modern twist to it with all the graffiti and all
Yeah,
that. So
I could totally see that. I think that with our lunches and stuff, we should come back here.
It's quiet.
I don't know that I'd want to come here for a zombie apocalypse.
No.
How old is this?
Late 1800s.
Well, this is concrete, though. This is
Well, I mean, the site is late 1800s.
this is concrete. This building here was probably built in the. If I had to guess, I'd say probably the 20s or 30s.
If that.
I suppose it could be newer, but this is concrete. Concrete was used heavily in the 20th century, not so much in the 19th century. That I'm given to understand. So, concrete was something of a marvel that was supposed to be turn of the century type stuff, and you really didn't start seeing that until probably the late teens, 20s, 30s. By the 40s and 50s, I mean, concrete was a staple. So,
Well, the place has been heavily modified until the timber industry was not profitable.
right. I imagine, like very early on, if this was a timber industry in the late 19th century, you know, this fuel depot was probably wood at one time, and then they scrapped it, and then as concrete materials and the like came about and became more prevalent and were used in construction, then they probably rebuilt it. But I would hazard a guess that this was probably early 20th century, and when I say early, I mean post World War I.
Well, there's a sign on the out front that'll talk about it.
So I guess we'll see how close I am.
Yep.
I like the graffiti stuff. I think it just makes it really cool. I was not supposed to be here, but.
Okay, we are in the old fuel bunker thermal test. That anomaly right there is Kayla and Bill. This anomaly is the door. Yeah, just come over here and look, Bill. I'm debunking things as we go. So that's the door.
So it's picking up the the heat from the sunlight that's in the doorway.
And then if you pointed at a human.
And that is the sun coming through.
That's okay.
And people.
Yeah, in people.
So that's negative. That's a door. That's a window. Like that hot spot right there, Bill, is the sun.
On the ground.
There's Kayla. Kayla looks like a ghost.
Kind of like an alien.
But these hot spots we can
Rule out as where the sun is.
Then we've got people over there, so we can discredit that. And then that's Bill.
Hi.
Probably put an ivy out here. I don't know where it is. That leaves a tree. That poison ivy.
I think if I don't know.
Either.
Darth.
Smells bad.
It's Darth. Darth's been pissing in here.
This is moldy.
Cause it's moldy. What you said?
Probably.
Someone probably did a Darth duty in here.
I saw it. So this is the little outbuilding. Don't know what it was used for, but it's got some pretty heavy-duty rebar.
It smells really bad in here.
So Bill, our thermal scan showed nothing but us and other bodies.
Right.
EVP we'll have to look at when we get home.
Which, that's, I don't know, it might be problematic seeing as how there's a lot of background noise. I mean, the birds, get other people in the background, you know, that you can actually hear. You know, just natural nature sounds. So, yeah, I don't know what we're going to find in the EVP, but it'd be interesting. If there's something here, that would definitely pique my curiosity.
Well, we're going to kind of walk over that direction a little bit, and then kind of maybe wrap this investigation up. There's no known stories, there's no known anything on this place, so it's just kind of a crapshoot.
A trial run, is it?
Trial run. Okay, so here's the thing on the whole thing. Construction of the mill began in 1923. On July 10th, 1924, the bandsaws cut into the first logs.
So that's tracking with what I suspected.
Yep.
Where I thought it was 20s.
The mill was shut down for a time in the Great Depression that followed the 1929
Stock market crash.
Thank you. God, I just... Oregon tree was purchased by Longbill Lumber in 1953. In the woods operation, their last tree was felled November 21st, 1956. The last trainloaded logs was dumped into the pond on August 27th, 1957. The last log was cut September 11th, 1957. The last boxcar was loaded April 11th, 1958. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. And you skip over to here. Each person was responsible for his own safety, and men were killed on the job here and in the woods operation.
Ooh.
Which has led to safety standards in industries, because when you leave people to like govern themselves without any kind of oversight, well, things tend to happen.
Multiple pictures. Which does raise the question, Bill. Yes. No, back up. Oh. I'm trying to get light. If men were killed here, then there's a possibility of a possible haunting if we can prove it. Or is there?
I came here fishing once with a buddy of mine. We were fishing off that bank, that concrete wall over there. And then fishing game came around.